In this video, I'm going to show you how to create and manage purchase invoices. There are a few ways you can create purchase invoices within the software. There is a quick link at the top right hand side of the screen, and in the drop down box, just click Create Purchase. Alternatively, if you go to the Supplier module, within a supplier record, there is a button at the top which you can create a purchase directly from here. The third way is just to go to the Purchases module on the left hand side of the screen, and there is a Create button at the top, and you can create a new purchase invoice from here. Once we click the Create button, it will default to the next purchase invoice number. So we can see this is our fifth one that we've created within the software. We can then choose the supplier from the drop down box. If it's a new supplier we haven't worked with before, we can either create a new supplier record from the supplier module, or if you just click the plus icon, you can actually add in a new supplier record directly from here. It will pull through the supplier's details, and we can enter a supplier reference here if we wish to. You can select the date on the right hand side of the screen, and it will automatically pull through our trading terms we have with this supplier. We can see I've got 30 days terms with these, so it's brought in. My due date is going to be the 5th of July 2017. If we're running multi-currency, we can then go and choose the currency for the supplier from the drop-down box, but it defaults as British pounds. Once you're happy with the details on the top of the screen, all we need to do is add line items onto the purchase invoice. You can have as many lines on the invoice as you require, and all you need to do is select the purchase code. I've actually got mine for juice and set as materials purchased, but if it needs to be something else, you can select from the drop down box and just choose it from the list available. If you are buying in stock and goods, you can add those in with the stock management feature, and then you'd be able to choose various products with wholesale pricing directly from the drop down box. All you need to then is just put in the description of what you're purchasing. I'm just going to keep it simple for now and just type in materials, but you can key in as much information in here as you wish to. You can then either enter the net rate and it will calculate the VAT for you. So you just put in the VAT element and that will calculate that, and there's my gross figure. Alternatively, if you just know the total amount for the receipt, you can just key that in and it will pick up the VAT rate and calculate the net value for you. So very, very simple. Once you've got all the information onto the purchase invoice for the supplier, all you need to do is just hit the Save button at the top of the screen. Once that has been saved, there are a few options on the purchase invoice just at the top of the page. Just like a sales invoice, you do have the ability to edit. So if you need to make any changes to that, maybe it be the price or the description, or add more information onto the purchase invoice, you can just make that change and then save it back up again. The other option is also to copy. So if you buy a lot of goods or a lot of things from various suppliers, and they're all very similar, you can just click on the copy, and I can go and copy that to a new purchase. It will then copy all of those details. We can then just make any quick amendments we need to, change the date, etc., and then save. And that's now created our purchase invoice number 6 very, very quickly. The other main options on here are the ability to print the purchase off as a PDF, so I can just print it from here, or I can just click the email button and then I can directly send that to my supplier as a PDF if needed. If you need to record a payment and you've paid some money to the supplier, all you need to do is just click the Add Payment button. It will then select the date and it will fill the amount, which is the total amount. We can do a part payment to the supplier, and you can change that if you wish to. We can then choose the bank account that payment went out of, and also how you paid it. So I'm going to pay this in full. So I bought the goods today. I'm going to pay them £500. It went out of my business account and I used the company debit card, so I can just record that payment. You can add a note if you want to, so we can just add in any text we want to on there, and then we can hit save. We can now see that the purchase invoice has changed to paid. At the bottom we can see the payment, so we can see the payment there, the fact it's gone into the bank account, and if we want to send the supplier proof of payment, we can just email that directly to the supplier. If we go to the purchase screen on the left hand side, we can now see that that purchase invoice is saved and it's saved as paid. If we go to the supplier screen on the left hand side, we can now see if I click into the record here for Juicens and go to purchases and stats, I can see that one purchase invoice there for 500 has been paid and the other one for 550 is still sat as unpaid, and we can see how much we've paid our supplier and how much is left due. That's how easy it is just to create and manage purchase invoices within the software. But if you do have any other questions, then please do contact us at info@perfectoaccounts.co.uk.